Welcome one, welcome all, welcome. I am Bridger, and today we are diving back into a brand new chapter, Chapter 5 of Crying Sun. Out of 6, I believe we're almost done. And we had quite a twist yesterday. Good morning, Mental. Welcome, thank you for checking in. Let me pull up the Twitch chat here, just in case there's anybody checking in from that side. We're going to start a new run. I'm very excited. My favorite mod for Endless Space 2 just got a big update. First one in a while. The Enhanced Space 2 mod. So, if you missed our last... so the first 3 chapters of this game end the same way. You fight a big boss and you make it to the next area. Chapter 4 ended in a similar way. You fight a big boss, but then there was no more clues as to what happened or who shut down the Omni, so you're just going to jump to the last sector, to Elysium, to try and turn the Omnis back on, and then you meet yourself! Woo! And it turns out that Caliban and the Omnis here at Gehenna had already sent out another version of you for about 12 or 13 years, and that version was not properly inhibited, and so they remembered their own death after a while and would constantly, like, go crazy or rebel against Caliban or just disappear into the night. And the reason for that is it turns out the Emperor murdered us, me, them, for not crashing our ship into the survivalist planet, Sheridan style, with nukes strapped to ourselves. That was a story spread by the Emperor because he murdered us for not following orders. He executed us, me, and the first version of me that Caliban and the other Omnis made was constantly remembering that after a fashion, and so they made a new version, new strain that took them about 7 years or something. That's why we're 20 years later. But they pretended that this was the first time that I had woken up when we started the game in Chapter 1. So, yeah, Caliban then convinces us, well, we've got to go and try to turn the Omnis back on to save the Empire, and maybe you can get revenge on Oberon or something. So we went through all this at the end of the last chapter. It was a pretty awesome twist, to be honest. By the time we got done with Chapter 3 and it was all more of the same, I kind of assumed that it was just going to be like that all the way until the end, where we get some final reveal about what happened and how everything went down. But this sort of twist in the middle is very interesting. Now we have to decide what kind of ship we're going to use to go into the next thing. So we just unlocked the Hammer class. The Void class is still locked to us. Hammer class has a ton of starting health, and it seems to be... this is the one with Kosh Tech that's all about, like, hey, hit your own units with stuff and good things happen, right? Instead of bad things. Like, use all the blow-up weapons you possibly can. It'll be a good time. I kind of like that, but I've also decided I kind of want to try out the Chaos Class Scrapper Tech one. You can have more total squadrons. You just throw them out there. All allied squadrons are always in a patch state and can't be repaired. Whenever acquiring a new squadron, it comes patched. You don't start with any weapon docks, but you can put some out there eventually. We're going to try it. I think the Core Blaster would work really well with Scrapper Tech. Let's see what officers we have available. Squadron speed increased. Advanced critical repair. Tactical deployment. If you're deploying them a lot, that might make a difference. Let's go with tactical deployment. Hull repair might not be bad either, since... well, oh no, guerrilla tactics is exactly what we want. Yes. And it'll also go really well with Sister Calypso. We'll have every skill from the soldier and spy trees except for, what is that, discretion? This should go well. So, let's give this a shot here. First time in Chapter 5. The heartland of the Empire. The people of these sectors will be delighted to see you. I don't know. Something tells me that's not going to happen. I mean, Caliban's like, oh, they'll be delighted to see you. It's okay that they think you're dead. We'll just tell them you aren't. And it's like, well, hang on a second. They're delighted to see me because they think I died a hero's death. Now if they find out they were lied to about me sacrificing myself... Alright. So, I think like most runs, we're going to want to... Oh, we already have good fuel scavenging efficiency here. Huh. We're at level 2. Level 3 increases the chance to extract additional fuel. I mean, yeah, if we can get level 3 right off the bat, I'm going to take it. We'll do these other things later. Anyway, where are we going to go from here? What do we need? We could probably use a weapon. We don't have any slots for a weapon yet, but we could use one. All the same. Oh, we also need... Well, okay, this guy's just going to be here, but we're going to need another slot for our squadron support. Oh, we can only have one! Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I thought I would use both of them. Well, this officer's still got good skills. It matches everything. So, yeah, let's go here. This looks like a good one. We would have access to this trading beacon, but we don't know what kind of trading beacon it is. We know... We don't know anything! Our scanner's completely unimproved. We're going to have to fix that once we get some scrap. We want to at least be able to see one jump away. How can we help this guy? A skilled pilot can do it. Yeah, it can. Alright, maybe we get some commandos out of this. That would be good. The clamp's attached. Yeah, there we go. Commandos. Mental likes the middle route as well. Yeah, it gives us lots of options. There's a lot of storefronts here that we can get to if we go this way. A lot of different options. So we've got the best possible... Oh, look at that! 3! Fantastic, because we've got a lot of places to visit here. Starting with this turret wreckage. Oh, this could be a story moment. Ah, what brings your fearsome battleship to our humble planet? We haven't upset the fleet, have we? Lord Helio. The crew, the officers, they don't know the history that was revealed to me. The fleet is what keeps my people safe. Of course I'm not nervous. Ha 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 ha. Oh, okay. You know, our enemies. The enemies who will attack if we don't pay the... Okay, yeah, it's a protection racket. House Telos would never do something like that. Theoretically. Well, the Imperial fleet, of course. Emperor Oberon, reigns supreme. Admiral Okonkwo. Oh no, Admiral Okonkwo. He's really in charge? Oberon made Okonkwo his second in command. And he's a great admiral. Saying that unprompted, of course. Lord Brownnoser of House Telos would be a better name for the guy. Thank you, Ozo. His commanders have ships all around here. Can't miss them even if you try, but I'm not saying anybody would want to miss them. Not saying that at all. Of course not. Of course not. Why would you? The smartest, the bravest, they control these sectors, and I'm glad that they do. There he goes, lying again. Yeah. What does he know? Okay, so were these guys in this state of terror before the collapse of the Omnis? Was Oberon like this before? I'm guessing Oberon isn't even alive anymore, or if he is, he's in a jail cell somewhere and Okonkwo took over. I'm guessing Okonkwo may be the one that orchestrated this whole thing, but I guess we'll find out. He's hardly ever leaves now, huh? Waiting for someone. Oberon is on his throne brooding and waiting for someone. What about his Omnis? Are the Omnis here shut down as well? There was an investigation headed by the Pragma. Several inspectors traveled around these sectors asking questions, but the investigation ended years ago. Oberon must have been satisfied with the results. I even expected the Omnis to turn on again, but it never happened. Oberon's the one that created him. Why can't he create them again? Unless he's not the one that created them. Bum, bum, bum. Now, how can we help this guy? What does this guy know about Earth? It's interesting that Earth keeps coming up. Alright, well, I guess we'll move on. Collect more scrap as we're going through. Because, you know, we're scrapper tech these days. I think the first thing we need is navigation. Ooh, this is going to be a good haul. And then maybe officer, like a, oh no, we can't get a second officer to the squadron position. So navigation for sure. Another officer wouldn't go awry. We'd then have at least 7 of the 9 skills covered. But Scrapper Tech starts with the full ground technology, so you get to have a lot of chances to retreat. So we should be doing ground missions as often as possible. But we can't know where the ground missions are if we don't have the navigation tech. Alright, let's get the planetary defense turret wreckage. Maybe it'll be a weapon? Ooh, execution laser. That sounds good. Executioner laser. Damn, we only lost 1 commando, looks like. Extraction point. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take a quick look at what that would give us. Oh, I can't even look at it because I don't have a weapon slot. Well, let's fix that. I need 150. Damn. Oh, you can only have 1 officer in each slot with the scrapper ships. Huh. Well, damn, I want the navigation too, but it's 100 just for the first level. Whoo boy. That's kind of awful. Squadron dock recovery does seem like it would be a good thing too, but we're going to hold off and see if we'll get the navigation scanner maybe just before we leave this sector, but first we're going to go to these other anomalies here. But who are we going to fight? There's nobody to fight if the... Uh-oh. That looks like an Imperial ship. Lieutenant Hawks. What does the fleet no longer celebrate joyous occasions? Enemy of the Empire? Okay. How can he have ordered our death if also everybody knows I'm already dead? Okonkwo says it. So Okonkwo must have had feelers out in the other sectors, spies sending information back, so he knew that we were coming. Alright, this will be the first battle with our scrapper tech, but it's fairly straightforward. You run straight at the enemy and kill them. Maybe we'll send one to take these over or something. Oh, he's also got a drone? He's not scrapper tech, he's Telos tech. Wow. Yeah, our patch ships are so much weaker. Or is that boomers? Just start weaker? Patch should be half, not a quarter. Right? I don't know why that's the case. And boom. He's going to grab the repair field, and I'm going to not care. Or maybe he won't, because I'll kill him. Oh. I didn't need to bother with all this tactics of stealing those things. Just blow it up. Ooh, a flak cannon. Now I've got two weapons I can't really use yet. If we are truly enemies in our own home, we will know soon enough. That's correct. We're going to another anomaly. Another Imperial battleship. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they were waiting for us. Okay, well maybe we'll get some scrap out of this instead. Good news is it's easy as normal. Ooh. That seems smart. Ah, we don't even need to put the other guys out, but whatever. Oops. Another executioner laser. I can't even see what those are because it won't let me look at them. I need scrap, damn it. Not weapons. Was that a pirate ship? What's a pirate ship doing in the core sector? Huh. Okay, well now we've got enough scrap to get the one weapon upgrade. Is that the one we're looking at? Yeah. So, the flak cannon does damage in a bunch of areas. Executioner laser just does 35 damage to a single target, like an enemy ship. I mean, that's pretty good, but it's... Flak cannon. I don't really like the flak cannon. We'll go with that. Sure. Alright, so that's the end of the local system. Let's go to the star map and see what we can find. Well, we've got to go here. That's our only option at this point. Well, the first fights in, like, a first sector of these are always fairly easy. It's not worth it. Let's not risk it. Alright, 2's okay. I'll at least cover our jumps in system here. Civilization, but no heat signatures. Oh, colonies no more. play the rest of the recording. Here, have some scrap. Okay. Send a team to get the scrap. Yeah. What could go wrong? Yeah, you're right, Mental. I think the single target executioner laser will be good if we go up against enemies that have oh. I guess that's what could go wrong. If we have enemies with big frigates and stuff, having the executioner laser could be very helpful, because the boomers might not do well with that. They do better against large numbers of enemies because of the explosion radius. Let's do a trade of some kind. We can't do that. Okay, do the deal for 1 Neo-N. Engine disruptor. Not great, but we'll sell it. Alright, so before we go... Do we have options right now? Yes, we do. We could go here. And I think that's where we're going to go. We want to spend as much time in this sector as possible. So we don't need to navigate to find out what's there. Not just yet. Pirate ship. Unavoidable pirate that's a trap. Oh my god. A nanobot repair field right in the middle too, huh? The pirates are using scrapper tech? No, pirate tech. Send him over here. Say goodbye to your ship. Really? They're giving us all these weapons. You know we don't have the ability to mount them, right? What are you doing? Oh god, I can't even go to any of these. I can go here and buy stuff. Because they'll sell me some fuel, I'm sure. There's always fuel somewhere. Escape pod among the debris. Welcome the mysterious person on your ship, sure. Just be your charming self. Yeah, that sounds about right for our marine. Ah! I think we did that before and it was actually, Oh, you can increase DPS. Now, we can't do that because we can only have 1 officer in each slot, so officers are not a great option for us. But we can visit the shop here. It's an army depot. A drone crafter is an interesting option for us. No, not really, now that I think about it. Honestly, a frigate to fight enemy fighters wouldn't be the worst. We have to start here. Now, we can sell some of the weapons we don't want. I don't think we want the flak cannon. I don't think we want... Oh, brutal deployer. That's the one I was thinking. That comes with our ship. That's what caused it to go to a quarter of their max health. Matter destabilizer is always pretty good. Engine disruptor. Well, we don't really need that. Our ships are real fast. Do we need more than 1 executioner laser? Maybe we put them both on eventually. I think that's not bad. H-beam. Meh. I think I'll hold on to the money. Scrap. Problem is, we don't have much fuel to go anywhere else. And we don't need this navigation scanner. Who needs that? Maybe we get an additional weapon dock for our money and put the other executioner laser on there. Now we've got decent options. I think I'll sell the matter destabilizer and just go with this setup for the whole time. All right, so Now let's go here. See if we can't get to that ground station, but we need more fuel. I didn't want to stay in that sector for too long because I'm really low on fuel. Church battleship. Haven't seen them in a while. Oh, it's the children. We're not going to help them. Get the hell out of here. It's a trap. Only one? Jesus. Alright. We're going to use one to go here and then one to jump to the store. Well, you could keep your drones one tile apart. Or you could have chain reaction explosions kill lots of enemies really quickly. Another good job for Sister Calypso. Bring back all the scrap. How's your day going, you Polemos? Oh, we're going to definitely continue. Planning to try out the Steam Remote Play Together thing tonight with some of my friends. Game called Unrailed. Looks kind of like Overcooked, but with trains. That's the way that I see it. Seems fun. Overcooked is great, too. The other one I was thinking we could try is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. We've tried that before, and it's great. But we never finished it, so I was thinking we might play that again. Couch games are fun. There are quite a few good ones out there. Alright, that's a decent haul. Let's go to the store. Now, unfortunately, this is another army depot. Scrapper. Its hull is damaged. Oh, he's got Imperial slaves. What do we need? A good pilot to get them out? A specialist officer. Talk the captain into releasing the slaves. Really, a negotiator. Okay. I just thought owning slaves would be so easy, you know? All my friends have slaves, but it's actually a lot of work. We just talked him into freeing his slaves. Alright, sure, why not? Attack the scrapper, absolutely. He has no moral core if he wanted to have the slaves in the first place. That's the way I see it. No mercy for them. Alright. Locked him out. Oh, we got a crafter drone. Alright, visiting the shop. They only have 2 fuel. That's not enough. Protector cruiser, an impaler cruiser. You know, an impaler cruiser plus my combination, that might not be terrible, to be honest. A Mark II impaler. I mean, we can have a lot of squadrons out there. If we have 4 regular boomers out there just blowing up the enemy over and over again, plus an impaler, that's kind of a cool combination. I'm going to get it. And we'll save the rest. Plus, we get it at a big discount. But now what we've got to do is save to get a 4th squadron before we can really use the impaler. So we've got 2. Do we want to go to the local system? No, we can't afford it because we keep missing out on other stuff. Can't go here. Gotta press on to here. Maybe we'll get extra lucky with the fuel over here, but right now we need scrap. well, that's good. Short work weeks. Man, there seems like so much could be solved if we could shift our society away from a 40-hour work week to like a 32-hour work week or something. Continue on. We don't need to know about the special age. We've seen this before. Damn. Only 2. Well, we'll go here, because we might get some more scrap before the final boss. We might use it to increase our hull or something. We don't need our hull repaired. Or our squadrons. Now, I don't know why it's offering that when we have no hull problems. Like, why would it let us buy stuff when we don't need it? I'm almost wondering if that means, in actuality, he would be, like, improving our hull and we'd be upgrading it instead? Hard to say. But I think we're going to get a second hull bar here. Or third, rather. Yeah, 80 versus 30. We'll definitely take the 80. Just in case. We'll definitely be wearing them down. The boomers just keep coming. Especially with that special technology we have that has them come back in a quarter the normal time. Imperial Battleship, Commander Star. Comparative management techniques under duress. Great stuff. Great stuff. Never dreamed one day you'd become an enemy of the Empire. Save your words. Admiral Okan Quo said you'd try to talk your way out of this. Just once I want the game like this to be like, actually, you convince him, and there's no fight. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay, so he's got frigates, which is actually pretty perfect for our situation here. Looks like he's got drones, too. No, leave my stuff alone. Bastard. Here. Take this, thusly. More boomers. Quick, go get yourself killed. You too. And the next one. Oh, we gave him invincibility. Oh, that's not fair. In fact, I think I'm just gonna wait, because what's he got? He's got 59. We can do 70 with these two when they come off of cooldown. So he's not gonna do much to me. When we do a boom and a boom. Goodbye. We have them in the optimal configuration, apparently. Go knock out his squadrons again. Or just kill him, you know. Yep, got him. Plenty of scrap to upgrade our squadron dock. Okonkwo wants us dead, not Oberon. I thought this cluster would be different from the others. It would be really interesting if they decided to be like, hey, there's just no fighting in this one. It's all just choices. Let's see what happens. Turned into a visual novel. So, we don't need to do any repairs. We definitely do need to buy some fuel, unfortunately. which doesn't quite leave us... Oh, nope, we need 450 to get the extra slot. Okay. So we'll just save that up and look for the next place to go. Let's go here and see what there is to find. I've not been as tempted to upgrade the navigation as I thought I would. Scrap Protect, just don't need it. Why is she spooked? Oh, there's a fight. Okay, well, if you insist, I guess. I wish I had a weapon officer that has the reduction in the cooldown, because that would be really good for these. Just block all the things here. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Ooh, nice. A frigate. All I do is win, win, win. The local system does have some decent options for us. So if we can get an officer that'll reduce our weapon cooldown, that would be ideal. Because that's going to, I mean, 15% is 15%, but damn, Calypso is the perfect one for every single one of these options. 15% of 40 is a lot bigger of an effect than 15% of 20. Yeah, we might sell our extra weapon when we get to the other store here. Ambushed by mutated creatures, which we just, you know, almost ignored, almost avoided. Looks like we might get another weapon here, or maybe some scrap. Scrap! Lots of scrap. Absolutely continue. We're not even close. Interesting that you can just go on forever with basically no commandos left, but if your officer gets injured, well, then we're pulling the troops out. How like life. Oh, we got an officer. Maybe it'll be the one we want. Oh, fuel. Fantastic. Nope, advanced critical repair, unfortunately. Although he does have one of the spy abilities that we don't have. Now the only thing we're not covered by is engineering. So you're out in favor of advanced critical repair, because why not? The officer that... so this is actually quite good, but the officer that spawns a crafted drone whenever you lose one also seems like it would be pretty good with this. Now, what kind of store do we have over here? Shipyard, which can repair units and also, I think, sells weapons and squads. Who flies so close to Fidea? Oh, this is like our home planet? Ask about my wife. She must be in Elysium. They were good, decent, machine-worshipping folk, you know? Maybe oh. We've already met one of those people that was like a face changer, right? I wonder if Okonkwo isn't really Okonkwo. What do we know about Okonkwo? Rebecca, Okonkwo, and I were the best friends at the academy, never to be seen without one another. Keep asking about Earth. Who doesn't want us to talk about Earth? Why has Earth been explicitly erased from history? We cannot harbor the NS Odysseus. Well, that was heart-wrenching. Alright, well, let's go to the shipyard here. No. Not doing the pirate treasure map. Now, I think we're going to spend $450 and get our extra squadron. That's right, we can get auxiliary systems. No, I don't like those. Wow, there's so much fuel here. Shipyards have lots of fuel. Gotta remember that. Okay, first things first. Definitely want additional squadron dock before I go and buy too much stuff here. We can sell... oh, we don't have a weapon to sell. I thought we had a weapon to sell, but I guess not. 10. I guess 10 is probably enough. Let's just hold what we've got and go to the next sector. So this is our only main option. Here we might consider, if we have some extra scrap, upgrading the navigation system. But it's very expensive to get that first level. Send a specialist to rob them. Ha 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 ha. Yes. I'm sorry, let me do that correctly. Specialist officer needs to know which of the 3 doors do we go in. Boom, look at all that. Yeah, I think I used that to get the first level of the navigation scanner. And the second? Yeah. Salvage some Neo-N. Go to get some more scrap from the planet here. Oh, Empire battleship. I'm gonna have a fight on our hands. Local captains fought them off as well as we could. Oh, is this the Kosh battleship ones? So we've got a quest in the next sector to fight a Kosh battleship. let's go down to the planet. If we can get 450 again and get one more squadron, that would be ideal. There's a sandworm down there, and it looks like Calypso is the right woman for the job yet again. Now, there's a chance she doesn't come back, but we're going to take that risk. Because we have 3 options to evacuate them, so if things get really desperate... Oh, geez, the sandworm right off the bat. That's the one we needed engineering. Damn it. Seems like we're spending an awful long time here if they're taking all this time to walk across the planet like this. Maybe they've got segways. I don't know. So far, there's no reason to retreat. We're doing okay. Oh, we didn't have the hack, so we didn't get the planetary defense turret wreckage. I think we'll get one more chance to retreat if we actually do get... Oh, that's the last chance to retreat. Let's keep going. Let's keep all the scrap. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Three commandos. That's okay. We still have enough to do another local ground-based planet run. Now we can see the Omniforge. I don't know if we want to get there. I guess we could upgrade our squadrons. At least upgrading them once this run wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, it's a trap. I know that they're boomers and all, but upgrading them to tier... I mean, we can see the difference actually between tier 1 and tier 2 boomers, right? Tier 1, Mark 1 boomers deal 10 damage on death, 3 DPS, and 20 health. And... yeah, they deal more damage if they're upgraded, and they have more base health and DPS. So, yeah, more damage on explosion seems like a good idea. Oh, they've got a lot of engine disruptor, hull breaker, ouch, and executioner. They might use the executioner. Topmost weapon dock will be instantly deployed. Each subsequent instant loader auxiliary system will apply its effect in the next available dock. I don't know why. Ah, no. I don't know why this says 36 and then up 52. Maybe it's like my executioner laser just says 35, but this seems to do a variable amount of damage or something like that. Youch. So what has he got? An impaler himself. Well, sir. I'm not a fan of this. No, I am not. Oh, okay. Well, go hit their squadrons, actually. Overheated it. Can we overheat it, like, again and get it on fire? I'm never quite sure what causes that to happen. Oh. More boomers. Oh, I didn't realize I had one more to pull out. Unfortunately, they're getting the absorb thing going on there, so let's clear out those so that that doesn't happen anymore. We got you down now. Boom. Goodbye. Yeah, free scrap for the frigate. Okay. Come on, get a lot. Oh. There's a store here, right? Let's go buy as much Neon as we can before we go to the Omniforge. This is no sector for a heathen ship. Die, sinner! So far, this strategy's working out okay. Oh, he's got an impaler, too. Oh, his impaler's hitting my ship. Oh my gosh. Gotta knock it out. Does he have... Oh, he has a hull breaker laser. That's not cool. We gotta hit the weapons. We gotta hit it quick. I don't want to lose a hull section here. Oof, they did get it. It's getting harsh. Harsh in my mellow, bro. Go hit him. Oh, damn it. They're invincible. Oh, geez, I've got the executioner lasers this whole time. I forgot about it. Alright, go get him. I just haven't had to use them very much. But we will now. Take that, thusly. Got him. Losing that hull, though. Can't repair it here, unfortunately. We could unlock a new officer. Heat sustained from no... Weapon reload time. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, we're getting that. Buy a little fuel. Get down tonight. Do, 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 do. Get down tonight. Do, do, do. Okay. Anything we want to sell? We don't need 2 frigates. We've been doing pretty well without using the frigates at all. But if we get an enemy that's all fighters, we're going to have a bad time. So I'm going to keep them. They won't get us that much scrap anyway. Do I maybe buy another hull bar? I think I do. Let's look at what... This is the last in the system map, right? The next one. Let's wait and buy the final hull bar right before we go to the sector boss. Have you guys in the chat, you guys been playing anything new, anything good, anything interesting? Anything you're looking forward to? I'm looking forward to that Humankind game that Amplitude has coming up. No idea when that's coming out. I'm guessing fall, but... I had hoped it was going to be spring, but nope. Yeah, send the team to investigate. What else are we going to do with them? Can they scrap the ship? I guess that's a no. That's fine. That's fine. It can be no. Look at that. Excellent. let's go to the Omniforge first and see how much fuel we have left over. We can spend 10 fuel at the Omniforge. That's pretty crazy. Let's see. We can ease their sufferings, but we can't save them, so it is what it is. That might have made one of our officers sad. Yep. Not officers, but crew. Okay. Warhammer 2 DLC. Monster Train? Never heard of Monster Train. I'll have to take a look at that. Pull this back up. So, Warhammer 2. Oh, Total War. Okay, yeah. So, we can upgrade our Mark II boomers to Mark III boomers. Seems like an easy choice. What about our Impaler? It would increase it to 1.6 DPS against the enemy ship. Never used the crafter drone, but you never know, I might want to. I've got 7. I'm going to upgrade the Impaler and the other boomers. At least 2 of them. Yeah, let's do 3. So now we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boomers that can just go out there and do a ton of damage. Alright, now, because we have some Neo-N left, do we want to go to this other local system? I think we do. Why save it? It's my first day! 23 scrap is barely worth the jump here, you douche. Alright, well, before we go there, let's buy the hull upgrade we were talking about. I don't like that we're down a hull, but not much for it. Not much else we can spend this scrap on, so we're going to save it and go to the sector boss and show him what for. If the Impaler doesn't wind up being a good option, we've got a couple others. We could bring out more boomers or a frigate or a scrapper drone. Yeah, Unity of Command. You get the first one or the second one? I don't know the first one's worth playing unless you really like the Eastern Front, because the second one just is improved in pretty much every way. Commander Moon. I had a poster of you on my bedroom wall. It was the first thing I saw in the morning and the last thing I saw when I went to sleep. How could you betray him? How? How? A card game. Did you see Steam, or Valve rather, is trying to resuscitate Artifact? I'm actually kind of excited to see how that... Because I liked the original Artifact, but I did not like the sort of business model, I guess you could say. There we go. And we'll send these guys down here, and you either respond or you die. Oh, we might go over here. Kill that guy. Oh, boy, he got our Impaler. Can the Impaler get away? I don't think so. Oh, well. We'll get him back in a bit. Man, these guys are stronger than previously expected to be. There we go. Took him out. Now, let's bring out the Scrapper and put him over here. Since the Impaler got knocked out. Can you get there first? Yeah. Let's go here, and we need another boomer. Actually, I didn't realize the crafter can actually move forward. Ooh, go hit their squadrons. There we go. There we go. Crafted drones. Go, do damage to the enemy. Quickly, before they can get back to business. Good times. Alright, bring out more. Let's bring out the... Let's be crazy. Let's be absolutely nuts. When we've got these 2 executioner lasers on cooldown, we can use them to keep control of the battlefield. Oh, damn it, they were too close and they got hit. I was hoping to avoid that. Damn, those drones are strong. What kind of drones are those? 85 health. Alright. We need more boomers, quick! And crafter drone, make more crafted drones, quick! Crafted drone Mark 1. Uh-oh. Let's drop a frigate right here to defend. Boom! Oh, frigates are bad against, drones. That was a mistake. We don't have any fighters, though. Damn, his heat reduction is crazy. His heat limit is what's strong. Luckily, our Impaler has been able to operate without an issue. The Crafter drone is actually working better than I expected. Keep going for him. Oh, look, they've got 1 HP. Go for it. Get him. Yeah, look at that scrap, and we don't have to repair any of our squadrons. That's so good with the with the scrapper tech. You never have to pay to repair your squadrons. But yeah, so Artifact is going full sort of free-to-play model now, where you're basically the same model as the League of Legends card game, Legends of Runeterra. I actually liked Artifact as a game better. It felt like there was more that you could do from a decision standpoint to actually have an effect on the game. Whereas in, like, Legends of Runeterra is like Magic. It plays itself after you've made the deck, almost. Some of the times you have some interesting decisions to make, but a lot of the time, it's pretty much, you know what you're going to do, and so you do it. Alright. We'll get one more squadron before we meet this cluster boss, and maybe we can get another hull bar or something. Well, no, do we have all the hull bars? What else can we get to upgrade our stuff? We can get one more squadron. That's almost there. We only need like 31 more. Or 21 more. Maybe we could do squadron recovery increase. It's only a second. It's not a big difference. We could do hardened hull for sure. That would be a good value. Heat capacitor might be too, because if we run into an enemy that has those heat guns, then we're in trouble with only 20 heat points per room. So yeah, that's where we're at this point. And we know we've got a quest over here, so that's where we're going. But how to get there? Let's go here first, because there's more possible options of points of interest. Why do you think Paradox is worse? I thought their DLC model's pretty good, to be honest, but I haven't gotten some of the DLCs as well, but that's just because they were about the only changes they really impacted it is places that I didn't really like playing very much. We're the survivalists. We've been searching for the Earth folder. Our prophecies tell us it is here. I never thought in a million years we'd have a chance to kill you. Oh. Oh, he believes the propaganda that I murdered them. Okay. Hopefully we get some scrap out of this. We can get our final squadron. What is that? Shredder drone. Okay. It's a good thing the enemies don't have those proximity defense ones, because if they did, the boomers wouldn't be quite as effective. But because they don't... Oh, they've got incoming reinforcements in 14 seconds. A fighter and a shredder drone. Well, let's send back the Impaler as soon as it's done shooting right now, and we'll bring out a frigate. Oh, we won. Never mind. A Basilisk cruiser. Huh. Those are cool, but I don't see them fitting into our current model. Vitrified. They keep using that word. What can they tell us about Earth? We know Earth exists somewhere, a planet free of the machines where man and women can live as they should. We've been searching this cluster for its folder for 20 years, ever since the fleet destroyed our home. Well, better ship and plane handling. I guess I can more agree with Hoi 4 not being complete without some of the DLCs, like the Man the Guns one. But again, I don't know. To some degree, I mean, a lot of the DLCs gave you free stuff that fixed things too. The main thing that I thought was a big mistake was the in Hoi 4 you have the Blitz attack order, which will have your units basically do a thin, narrow attack along a front instead of a broad attack. That seems like such a fundamental tool to have in a game about World War II that you can use to, like, encircle enemies and things like that. It's insane that that was added as part of the DLC. That should have been a free thing, to be honest. The problem is that patch, what was that? It was before Waking the Tiger. Was that the Death Before Dishonor one, I think? That was just such a light DLC. It didn't have much in it. They had to put that in there in order for the DLC to really have anything. That, I think, got my goat more than anything else in the other DLCs. I thought the other DLCs were fine. But the game itself took a long time to really be at a workable, really enjoyable state, to be honest. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it to begin with, but I would say it's on par with how EU4 was when it came out, and it's doing much better now than it was. But the EU4 models, I think, is one of the best examples of how the DLC can work really well, because for the most part, the EU4 DLCs are not predatory And they're really just like, hey, here's a bunch of free improvements, and also if you want to pay, you can get these other things. Alright, anyway. The Makers of Darkness went off. When we returned, there was nothing left of our home, nothing but glass. Oh, the Makers of Darkness is the super nukes, that's right. Since then, we've been living on this ship, constantly on the move, so this is like the last of the survivalists. But when everyone assumes you're the one that shut down the machines, it's doubly violent. There's no reason for us to lie. There were plans among our kind to do so, but Oberon was always one step ahead. I think it's Okonkwo. Why the survivalists didn't want to live with the Omnis. The Empire started to use them for more and more purposes. They were increasingly incorporated into our lives, they took over our jobs, and there never was any hesitation to do so. Never any discussion regarding the negative consequences or moral concerns. Soon we felt that not only were we losing our jobs to the machines, but as we were becoming increasingly dependent upon them, our very selves as well. We lost sight of what it was to be human. The ethereal realm. In order to get to Earth, you need to die first. Huh! How convenient. I will finish what you started. We're not going to finish him off. Oh god. No difference. Okay. Well, let's go to the... yeah, let's go to the ground one. Maybe we can find some fuel here. Oh, investigate the distress signal is probably a trap. Let's see. Yeah, it was a trap, bastards. The problem I have with Hoi 4 is I'd wish they'd put some sort of balancing mechanisms into it, in a sense. Because it always seems like once one side of a fight gets into a solid position, then it's like game over. You're not going to necessarily come back from that. It's just too... It's all about economics, right? It's always about economics. But, like, one of the things they could tweak to fix that, and one of the things that was tweaked in, I think, the Expert AI mod, is the fact that the further you get away from your capital, the longer and longer it takes supplies and reinforcements to get there. So you can't just infinitely push like in the vanilla game. You have to stop because your guys are going to be, you know, even if you're doing really well and you're only taking little bits of strength losses, you still need to stop and wait for your supplies to catch up. That feels more realistic to World War II. The Germans had more and more logistical problems when they got further and further into Russia, and it wasn't just because of the supply issues with Rasputista and the gauge of the railways and things like that. It was also just a fantastic distance. If you say, hey, we just took a bunch of losses on our, you know, medium tanks, we need more, it's going to take a long time for them to get them from the supply depots in Germany and bring them all the way forward or what have you. Or more fuel or more this. It's just the vast distances made it a huge logistical challenge, even above and beyond all the other issues that went along with it. So, I think that the simple change of making distance matter more for the time it takes to get your resupply into play, I think that's a huge improvement. So when I play, I usually play with the expert AI partly for that reason. Oh, kaboom. Say goodbye to your little friend. Yeah, it seems like the Eastern Front is supposed to last for like 3 years, but if one side does well enough, it just lasts for like a summer. Yeah, planning does need to be more important. Alright, let's see what's down on this planet. Cross your fingers for some fuel. Oh, we have enough scrap now. We can go ahead and get our 5th squadron. I mean, it appears that's the design, the original design idea, is you create a big battle plan, then you execute it. It lasts for about a month or so, you know, a major offensive basically, but then your planning bonus runs out and you don't want to attack anymore because it becomes prohibitively damaging to yourself to do so. The problem is that's not usually how it goes. If you're winning well, giving the defender time to build up entrenchment and get reinforcements is the absolute wrong thing to do in most of the way that the game is basically built up. But if the attacker also becomes exhausted because their supplies and reinforcements are taking longer and longer to get there, then that would also force them to slow down and stop and do more planning and waiting for the reinforcements. So let's get that last squadron dock upgrade. Booyah. I'm also going to replace one of these executioner lasers with the hull breaker we just got. That'll help us finish off the enemies faster. And now we're going to go here, because we got some fuel, so we can go to these anomalies and see what there is to see. But we are basically at full strength. There's an Aki battleship just roaming around in here for some reason. I do like the look of the Aki battleship. That's probably my favorite. Oh, okay. I don't know why we teleported in so quickly. We're going to build a crafter as well here. What is this? Oh, a nanobot repair field. Well, we can't let them have it, that's for sure. Oh, that's right. They're all frickin' invisible. I should have thought of that. I should definitely bring out my frigates. This is literally the worst nightmare I could have for my guys. We're going to bring the crafter drone over there, though. I've got 3 frigates, actually. Kind of perfect for this situation. The crafter drones will be my offense. The Wraith is about to pop out defending their base, I think. Oh, we've got our hull breaker. Here we go. Make you all go boom. There we go. I remembered to use my stupid executioner laser. Oh no, we're gonna lose a situation here. Let's put the Basilisk out to help with this. Can we put these guys in here and have them attack too? Make it faster. We're going to lose a damn hull piece. Get him. Yes. Whew. That's kind of close. Alright, we don't need to take any more chances, to be honest. What do we want to find? I don't know that we need to find anything. Unless it's the Omniforge, but would the Omniforge be better or worse than that quest reward? Who knows? I think we're just going to push forward, though. We've probably upgraded our ship as best we can. Uh-oh. Oh, mourn for those who have passed away. Sure, have a funeral so that our officers don't get sad. Oh, you know what I'm going to do with the scrap I do have is definitely get at least one hardened... Oh, the second one's even better. Yeah, look at that. All right, we've maxed out our hull. We're going to get one level of heat capacitor. We'll save the rest of the in case we need to buy fuel or something. Going to the Army Depot will let us sell what we've got and maybe pick up a better squadron of some kind. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a better boomer. You never know. Alright, let's redo this. So the church ship is going to have frigates and basilisk cruisers, so that's all, yeah, boomers all around. I think, yeah, we want the crafter and we want the impaler. Whoa. You bastard. Oh, good. We managed to get down on him. Yeah, the basilisk is going to be a pain in the ass unless we have our own basilisk. I don't know. I mean, we can probably use the our executioner laser to hit it. But we're going to need to weaken it first. There we go, we got him. And we got in on that basilisk too. Hull breaker, go! Damn it, I probably should have saved that. I didn't realize how low they were. Nah. Boomers. All boomers. I was kind of right. This is kind of a weak sauce. Not weak sauce, but an annoyingly boring-ish one. But, you know, it's fun. It's fun. I'll do it this time. Seems like the other options are often more tactical. Oh, we got another frigate. Okay. And we can visit the shop and maybe sell one of our less useful frigates. Frigate Mark II. It would be nice if we could get a damn fighter squadron. Just in case. And there's also the option for another weapon. Instead of the executioner laser, do we want double hull breakers? I'm kind of tempted at that particular prospect. Maybe have it as an option. We'll keep the executioner and we'll have that. Yeah, I think that's good. Now. Oh, man, the Omniforge is over there. Okay, so now we got to figure out what can we sell. What officer don't we need? Right? Because I want more fuel now. Let's sell this officer. That'll let us buy 2 fuel. And we're going to skip over any other extra content and go straight for that Omniforge. House Vicarelli beacon. Nah, it's not listening to the message. Screw it. Speed right through. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, we're gonna skip all this too. Save as much fuel as we can. This way we can upgrade maybe 2 things? 2 of our boomers to level 4 or something? Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. Huh. Damn it. Alright, well, we still might be able to. Let's take a quick look. Use the coordinates she gave us. Here's the Kosh battleship. Let's go fight him. Come on. Oops. I want another boomer. Oh, I can actually put that guy right in there. Oh god, there's only one way through this. You can't even attack. Okay, well. I actually would be better off with the Basilisk now that I'm thinking about it. Crafter drone, go! I think we're going to send the crafter drone out to fight, because I don't think it's a good option here. So yeah, let's get the Basilisk. And then we'll put a couple of frigates in front of him just for the hell of it. And after... There we go. Hull breaker. Oh man, that's only doing 20 damage? Oh, he's got this thing. 50% damage on the first bar. Alright. We'll put out another frigate. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the Executioner laser after we use it the first time. And then we're just going to sit back here and use the hull breakers and the Impaler to win this fight. Ugh. Maybe not. Where are their damn squadrons? There's one. Okay. Boom. Well, there goes everything. Holy shit. Oh, it's gonna carve a new path! That son of a bitch! Alright, well, put boomers in front of it. It's the only way. But I do want more hullbreaker lasers. I'm glad I've got the extra one. Oh, the crafter drone was the one out front. I probably didn't want that. Alright, another hullbreaker go. Okay. On the bottom, we're going to bring out the Impaler one more time. Then we're going to bring out more boomers to deal with this thing. Actually, let's send some around to go attack. Oh, God! It's horrible. Kill that guy. Okay, I missed the Executioner laser now, but it's a little late for that. Oh, he helped me. Thank you. Boom! Big explosion. Okay, now we need more boomers. And hull breaker, go! Yeah, now the next ones will be easier. There we go, get out in front of it. Another hull breaker, go! There we go. He's repairing, though. Gosh, this also requires a lot of micromanagement, doesn't it? Constantly bringing these people out. Can't even use hotkeys because I keep forgetting which ones are which because I've been switching them around so much. Ah, dark matter cannon. Not sure we're going to need that. Oh, that's right, there's a second Kosh battleship. Yikes. I think the, that asteroid field is probably the worst possible situation for us, so it's good that this has changed. Let's see if we can do that. Yes, we got his squadrons damaged. One section down. More boomers coming out. He's on fire! Mission accomplished. I could really use one more boomer squad, apparently. Oh, here we go. Boom. Boom. Have some 40 damage. And then... Oh, we lost our Impaler. I didn't even notice that. Need to bring him back out. Anyway, we're winning. Oh, another cruiser and a core blaster. Core blaster is one I thought might not be a bad idea, because it'll do super bonus damage against, because, you know, they're going to explode and do damage anyway, so if you've got somebody in a position where they're going to hit, like, 3 enemies that have high health, a core blaster would be pretty valuable. So, damn, okay. First, let me see, where are we on the star map? We have 1 turn, so we can use all 6 and still make it without any major issues. Do we get the Impaler? Or do we upgrade one of these boomers to an even stronger version? I think we get the Impaler upgraded so it's doing 2 DPS a second to help us burn through the enemy hull. And then we'll do one of the other Mark IIs will be upgraded to a Mark III. Or, so that'll increase it by 4. It'll increase it by 4 no matter what. But let's get the 2 Mark I boomers upgraded instead of 1 Mark II boomer. That way we have a floor of Mark II boomers. Alright, so star map will wait and refuel. They'll kind of catch up, but then we're going on to the end. Can we get any upgrades that will matter? Heat capacitor. Twice, just for the hell of it. Alright, I think we've got this. I think we've got a very good ship. And some very good weapon options. Hello, Yulif. Ah, okay, yes, it is like FTL. However, it's if FTL had a really interesting story. Like a cool sci-fi story. If you're a fan of Asimov's Foundation series, this one will feel right at home. The writing, I have to say, in this game is spectacular. Even just the banter when you... Well, okay, pirates ambushed you. In any other game, that would be like, pirate ambush you, here you go, fight. This one, the pirate has something goofy to say, and one of your officers will let off some retort that will make me chuckle almost every time. It's really good. I don't mean to oversell it. I mean, it's enjoyable to read. And sometimes you'll read the same thing more than once. And yes, it's not great the second time. But at least the first time through, everything is great. And yeah, it's a lot like FTL. But like I said, with an interesting sci-fi story with kind of a twist in the middle, which we've already passed. So you're not going to theoretically be spoiled if you watch just the fights here. That's fine. But we're fighting this guy called Okonkwo, and you don't need to know who he is. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. The survivalists were a threat to the Empire. We were ordered to eliminate them, so when Ellis didn't, I did. That's all there is to it. You were my brother! And not only that, the story does such a fantastic job of creating a sort of ludonarrative gelling of the mechanics of a roguelike where you just fight over and over and over again, and what's going on in the story. They came up with a way for the story to properly explain, in a very satisfying and non-gamey way necessarily, what's going on and why it's happening. Why are you coming back to life and fighting the same battles over again? Why do people recognize you over and over again? It's very interesting. It's time to destroy this ship of yours. And it's not a super long game. I've been playing it at like 2 hours a day for a week, and I'm almost done with it. It's fine. That's what makes it good. It's you know, I'd say it's absolutely worth like $20 if you're into roguelikes. I'm actually not sure. Prime Sons Steam. I'm not sure how much it's selling for right now. $25 is what it looks like. I'd say it's worth full price. If it goes on sale, absolutely pick it up is my recommendation. So that's where I'm at. Let me pull back up here. Okay. So we're at the final battle for this sector. So basically the way that they deal with the story here is also very interesting. Well, no, I mean the runs are about 90 minutes to 2 hours. I mean, I started this one at 10:30, and it's almost 12:30, so they're about 1 to 2 hours, but you can obviously stop in the middle of them. But here's the thing. So the game is broken up into chapters. I'm on chapter 5. Once you've beaten chapter 1, which is, every chapter is 3 sectors long, where you go across and from one end to the other of that sector map, going from system to system. So it's, you know, like FTL in that sense, where you go across that map and the thing's chasing you behind. But each chapter is 3 sectors long, and after you've beaten the chapter, every future run starts in the next chapter. So we beat chapter 1, and then if we died in chapter 2, we'd start again in chapter 2. We wouldn't go back to chapter 1, and each chapter unveils some new part of the story as you're playing through it. So that's what I find really enjoyable. And not only that, the other reason that I actually decided to play this is they just, as you can see in the corner, put out a beta version of their, what they call the Advanced Tactics version of the game, which added a whole bunch of things, including this core tech that allows for more interesting synergies between the weapons you're using, the officers you get, and the types of squadrons that you decide to use and how you upgrade your ships. So they've diversified and increased the sort of tactical and strategic level thinking about what you're doing, which is pretty interesting. It's much like how, didn't FTL have a big update like a year after it came out, I think, and it did dropped a bunch of improvements all at the same time. That's kind of where they're at right now. And then I think, yeah, I want the crafter drone here and the 4 boomers in front. So this is the Chapter 5, like, boss. This is Sector 3. Every chapter ends with a boss, but this is the Chapter 3 boss. Let's see. Repairbot Injector. So he's got Telos Tech, right? Yeah, he's trying to keep his units alive as much as possible, but he's got a basic Piercer Laser 2. Problem is, he's got some fighters. Fighters are going to be doing better against my... because there's basically a rock, paper, scissors setup here with cruisers having no bonus damage to or from, but they usually always have longer range and they take more damage from enemies directly next to them. So, because he's putting out a couple of fighters, my boomer drones aren't going to be as effective. So let's go inhabit those asteroids over there, and we'll bring the crafter down here. What is this drone doing? I'm wondering if I... Whoa, what is... Isolated systems. Unit doesn't overload the associated control dock upon death. Oh, that's kind of cool. Normally when a unit dies, the dock it's in gets overloaded and shuts down for X seconds, depending upon your upgrades and stuff. Alright, so boomer drones doing their boomer drone thing, but you can see it wasn't quite as effective, so I'm going to put out some frigates. We do have some. And a Magneto frigate here. We got to protect the Impaler. Oh no, they got drones through to the everything. Prototype cruiser. Cannot become patched. Oh, that's actually really cool. Let's throw that out there just for the hell of it and see what happens. Let's have the crafter drone go and start some fights. They're doing damage to me here, but I think we're about to turn the tables on them. Oh, they're coming back for us here. Alright, we've almost got our hull breakers up and ready to go. So one of those will blast through. Can you knock that out? Damn it. Okay, put out more... One more set of drones. And then a frigate. I want to knock out this safety bubble thing here. Damn it, I'm not going to be able to. Oh, this has only got a 2 range on the cruiser. Okay. I want some drones that can get around behind because he's got this battleship shielding thing, and it's going to screw up all of my big damages if I can't get in there and do it. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's send these guys... Nope, not that way. Send him to clear that bubble out ASAP. Alright, so now we've still got a good number of hull bars here. Let's set up our own Basilisk here, and... frigates to deal with these drones. And more frigates to deal with this. Actually, keep going after their squadrons. Try to overheat the squadron bar here, if we're lucky. We're getting plowed through over here, unfortunately. But so is he. And we put out more boomer drones. They'll die eventually. They'll have to. Alright, we got a little bit of time. Put out one more frigate. Alright, we're going to get this bar. If you can get into 40, that would have been amazing. But no. No, don't go next to him. There we go. Okay, now... Oh, he's made him invincible. That bastard. He made everything invincible. How did you make everything invincible? Golden Veil. Every 80 seconds, all enemy units in the battlefield become immune to damage for 10. Whoa! That's kind of awful. I'm not putting units out there as long as you're invincible. The Golden Veil. Meanwhile, my ship's getting blown to pieces. Alright, we're going to start... Well, no, we're not going to start with Impaler. We're going to start with Impaler down here. And then we'll put out the Basilisk. And then we'll put out some Frigate and Frigate. Now, this isn't the optimal setup for my particular brand of devastation. But this is where we're going to go for now. Okay. Down to 6 health there. Okay. Can we get these drones to go past the enemy? Oh boy, I lost another hull. But he's about to lose one too. Boom. There we go, he's on his last hull. Hull breaker, go, go, go hull breaker. Uh-oh, he's overloaded my squadrons. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. We're racing. We're racing. If we can get him down to 40, I think we'll win. Alright, my squadron bay is back online. Get 3 boomers out there to protect it. Blow them all up. Oh, is that? Oh, that's a frigate. I thought that was the Impaler. Okay, we got him down to 22. So 2 seconds away. Hang in there. Hang in there. 1 second. Get him! Yes! Chapter 5 complete. She's on Lazarus 9. That's where my wife is being kept. An Imperial cryo planet. He cryoed her as part of Ellis's punishment. Her crime was marrying the original you. We can't get to Lazarus 9 because the folders are down. Huh. Yeah, it's pausable real time, just like FTL, so you can pause and issue orders and then unpause and things like that. So I like it. I've been enjoying it so far this week. But it's not like I've heard people talk about Spelunky, like they've played that game for 200 hours or something ridiculous. But like I said, this is probably going to take you a week, maybe 2, depending on how often you play. Then you're done with it. And it's an enjoyable experience the whole time. I got to play through pretty much all the different factions' ships, and they play very differently. So I've been enjoying switching that up and trying to use different tactics and things. And there was one chapter that I just couldn't beat until I changed to the correct ship that was a better match against the enemy. What about Oberon? So I thought Okonkwo might have like taken over the Empire and just pretended the Emperor was still there, but it looks like that's not the case. He's in his palace on Elysium, apparently. He sits on his throne waiting for the prodigal admiral to return, but you won't recognize him when you get there. So much has changed. He's dying. He's refusing to use his immortality tech. Maybe he regrets executing me? Oh, Oberon never executed me. Okonkwo did. The future of humankind depended upon it, depended on you. He did always prefer Idaho, no matter what I did. Even after he executed the original. Oh, he did execute him, but he still loved him more than me. We're beyond all hope. The end is almost here. Did you shut down the Omnis? This is the ultimate mystery of the whole thing. Lazarus 9 is run by Omnis too. Unlike Idaho, I would never have done anything to endanger Rebecca. What does he know about Earth? Just myths. Nothing but bedtime stories. Now how do we turn the damn Omnis back on? Oberon never trusted me enough to tell me that. We were more than friends. We were brothers. So how could they disagree so vehemently over nuking a planet to obliteration, to glass? Then one day, Ellis changed. He was fighting something. I didn't see it for what it was. Now I know. He was doubting everything. Everything that made him him. So he lost confidence in the Empire. A crisis of faith, as it were. And that's why he refused to kill the survivalists. He thought they might be right. Save what remains if you can, clone, and promise me, even if it's possible, think twice about unfreezing her, this galaxy. I'm not sure anyone should wake to this. Damn. They get you right in the feels. I'm not sure this would be super replayable. Well, not for me. FTL wasn't very replayable for me either. Because I don't like replaying things that don't change. That's why I gravitate towards multiplayer games more in many cases. But, you know, I'm not going to play this again after I finish it. I'm fairly certain I'll, maybe 10 years from now when I've forgotten the story and I wanted, you know, bored and doing something, maybe. But not much. But like I said, for $20, $15 when it goes on sale, whatever, it's definitely worth playing through, you know, to beat it the first time. If you try anything, I'll have to protect him. The Caliban would protect... Oh, we're actually going right to the Imperial Palace. I'm pretty sure there's another... Or is this the end? I'm not sure. I thought there was another chapter. The music in this game, by the way, it's really good. I see that you at least have one of his memories, the worst one there is. Your inhibitor is flawed. Now I know why it took you decades to find me. I'll not listen to you anymore, Emperor. The time has come to end you. Truth is, I've grown so tired, I've failed the Empire, and each moment is a reminder of that. Let the clone kill me if he wants, but only after we talk. He has many questions. Maybe he even wants to become the original. And I am the only one who can make that happen. Do you have, like, his memories locked away? What's going on here? Why did you freeze my wife? The most infamous Imperial Admiral refusing an Emperor's orders? No. Or the most famous. I couldn't risk that getting out. Executing him wasn't enough. He had to freeze his wife. Yeah, he regrets killing him. By refusing my orders and putting my empire in danger. You're not a god. You can't just take my life into your hands and do with it whatever you want. Well, technically... he's pretty close to a god. He's got these Omnis that are like super intelligent robots doing whatever the hell he wants them to do. That gives him pretty much ultimate power. Yeah, I've killed you and resurrected you 100 times. If that doesn't make him a god. He's got a good point. By the way, Yulf, I don't know if you're still there, but like I said, the Advanced Tactics beta is currently only available if you go into Steam and sign up for it by right-clicking and go to Properties on the game. So if you do buy the full game and you want to try out the Advanced Tactics version, check that out. Otherwise, I'm guessing that the Advanced Tactics version will probably come out officially within the next, couple weeks, probably, I would guess. It seems pretty solid as far as I can tell. Now, what about Ganima and the Survivalists? Why did we murder the whole planet? An ideology that would have spread to other sectors and clusters unless I cut it out, so I cut it out. I mean, that's the kind of ruthless determination you need to hold an empire together, essentially. Many more lives would have been lost had I not killed them. Well, that can be argued. If there was a giant civil war, the Empire tore itself apart fighting each other, that may have worked. You have also killed to protect your crew. Dozens, if not hundreds of times. You would not have gotten this far if you had not. Oh, this is the we're not so different, you and I. Now, what was the original purpose of Project Pericles? All of this had to be done outside the fold net. None of our enemies could know what I was doing. I sent the builders to Gehenna secretively. To anyone else, they would have appeared to be nothing more than drift metal floating aimlessly by. When they were done, they built the first Calibans, then the builders melted as they were programmed to do, their metal seeping into the barren dirt of the Forsaken planet. When Gehenna stopped receiving a signal, Caliban awoke you, as they had been programmed to, thinking that the Omnis had rebelled against us. So that is the reason that they were made. If we had found rebelling Omnis, we would have activated the second phase, the simultaneous production of battleships and crews, hundreds if needed, all commanded and run by clones. The Odysseus was a reconnaissance ship. Oh, that's interesting. Why did you choose the original Idaho for this project? That's a good question. Oh, he'd been selected from birth. Before birth? Jesus! Father? Influencing it. Like, really? He played eugenics with my family to create the perfect admiral to deal with an Omni uprising that never came? All the way until his graduation from the academy, it was clear that he was preternaturally gifted. His instincts, his intellect, his poise were second to none. He was the ultimate shield against the machines, a weapon fashioned from flesh, but he changed. He started to doubt the cause. He doubted me. He shouldn't have been his own person. He should have been an extension of my power. Project Pericles' time has proven this plan powerless, a failure, a total waste of time and effort. Oh, he's referring to Earth empires. British, Mongol, Roman, all empires crumble. The machines didn't rise against us, they shut down. Did they shut themselves down? Realizing that they were bad for humanity? Who shut the damn machines down? One sees too much. I know that now, and in my time I've learned that humans are flawed. They are weak, lazy. Give them an opportunity to stop thinking and stop working, and they will. It's kind of a not true, but... You can't blame this on our shortcomings, that's true. For hundreds of years, our fate has been intertwined with the machine, there being three possible outcomes. 1, we live peacefully with the machine. 2, we use the machine to destroy one another. And 3, the machines come to dominate us, possibly eradicating our existence. Living without them was never a possibility? Our ambition, our greed, our lack of foresight, humankind was always going to reach singularity, regardless of its possible consequences. It's always been a matter of when, if not if. And in a universe where a singularity is inevitable, you'd better be damn sure you're prepared for it. That's why I tried. Okay. I created an empire that revolved around the machine, that worshipped the machine. I put in restrictions and rules. I limited how omnis could be used and how many could be used. It was important not to give them too much power, too much freedom, or they'd leave us in the dust, hence the Rubicon and Masternode. Did you ask yourself what would have happened had one of the other houses come into power? I'll tell you, we would have been at one another's throats in a year. He's probably right. That might explain why he betrayed me. What is this? What does he know about Earth? The machines did exist there. I should know. I put them there. Earth, it was called. I was born there. There I invented the first positronic ship in 2070. So this is like 2800-ish. My machines began to make discoveries. Our machines made discoveries. My company, Telos Industries, was producing them. But so were companies that eventually became House Akibara, Sung, Kosh, Bundera. Their machines were inferior copies of my own. Still, it made them quite wealthy. One of the discoveries was allowed us to leave Earth and explore the nearby stars. Our businesses grew exponentially, bringing in more money all the countless countries on Earth combined. I became the richest man on Earth many times over, and with the successes we were having, there was no reason not to limit ourselves to just one planet. So on my 101st birthday, I created the Empire. Naturally, I've made myself its first emperor, 2145, our year 0. All was fine at first as my empire grew, but soon jealousy and distrust rose back on Earth. A dangerous anti-machine terrorist movement started, which, just like the survivalists, wanted to do away with my creations. There was talk from the leaders of the movement of disbanding from the Empire, of getting rid of our machines, even though most predicted such a move would be disastrous. I thought they would never go through with it. I never believed it possible. I thought the people of Earth were better than that. But I was wrong. So, he has experience with this before. They destroyed the folder connecting their tiny planet to the Empire, which in turn shut down the advanced machines on Earth. I could have taken military action. I could have made them build another folder. I could have made them do anything I wanted, but I realized something. They weren't worth the trouble. If they couldn't appreciate what I'd done, then I wanted nothing more to do with them. I vowed to act like Earth didn't exist. So there's this entire empire out here, and Earth is still back there being. Huh. Somehow the memory of this planet of blue and green, as faint as it became, never completely disappeared. That's how the survivalists came to adopt their philosophy. Without the machines, surely Earth died off hundreds of years ago. I don't know, it was around for thousands of years before the machines. People could have survived. There's no way those people could have survived without them, he says. So can we reactivate the Omnis? We'll be gone in 10 years. Everything we had was thanks to them, and unfortunately we lost our ability for self-survival long ago. The Omnis have shut down and they'll never wake again. Our fate is sealed. Though an invisible folder in the Terminus clusters can take you there, you will never reach the master node itself, at least not alive. It's heavily guarded by my defense system, the Aegis. With its hundreds of automated battleships, it was designed to be perfect, invincible, self-sufficient, resilient to all attacks. It's a mystery, so he doesn't know who shut down the machines either. Somebody got through his defense system and shut down the machines at the master node. Yes, whoever shut down the Omnis, whichever enemy of mine it was, somehow reached the Master Node and tampered with it. But most people don't know is that the Master Node had a second purpose. In addition to monitoring Omnis, it prevented Omnis from communicating with one another. That seems important. If they ever shared information, they'd become too powerful, perhaps even find a way to operate outside the confines of their Rubicon. Oh, Rubicon. That's a clever way. Crossing the Rubicon. Okay, I get it. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. A shallow river in northeastern Italy. Crossing the Rubicon is a phrase that I believe refers to Caesar bringing a legion across the river because he wanted to use the legion to intimidate the Senate. For hundreds of years, no consul had ever brought a legion into the capital. So crossing the Rubicon is basically going to that's the point of no return. Once you pass that point, you've broken precedent, you've broken tradition, and now your fate is sealed. In the case of Caesar, it was, taking over the Republic and turning it into an empire. But the Rubicon and the machines is a restriction that prevents them from taking over us. Who would have wanted to shut down the Omnis? So Oberon doesn't even know. Who else knew of the Master Node's location? Maybe somebody stumbled upon it? Let's see what Caliban has to say. I was expecting someone less human. What do the Calibans... If all humans die, what do we do? The Calibans will inherit the universe? Jesus. Alright. Get this memory inhibitor off of me, maybe. Whatever you feel now will only be magnified. It hurts now to think of Rebecca with that limited memories. Imagine hundreds of her, thousands of memories. This is a man who fought and killed for a long time before Ganima. Once you receive his memories, you become him. Memories make a person, yeah? Admiral Idaho is the only person I can become. Caliban, give him his memories. Oh boy. Idaho was the one that shut? The Idaho is the only one that he ever told in 700 years. Oh, you sneaky bastard. I was in a cell waiting for my punishment. Suddenly, Rebecca visited my cell. She told me I was going to die, and her too, unless I gave her something, a way out. The knowledge of its location was the only thing that could save the both of us. She could use this information to threaten you into releasing me. So I told her. I knew you'd kill me for what I'd done in Ganima, but I thought that I could save her. It wasn't really Rebecca. It was a face changer. Oh, they did plant that! That's freaking phenomenal! I told you, the writing here is really good. I mean, we gave it to a face changer. Does that mean it was definitely Tetsuo? It was me all along. That's brilliant, right? If we kill him, it frees Caliban to do whatever the hell he wants. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't think we're going to kill him. Besides, if I try to kill him, Caliban will... Well, he ordered Caliban not to interrupt, but... Damn! It helps that I have free will myself now that Oberon has died, releasing me from my Rubicon. At least one of us understands. Why would the Akis have shut down? Tetsuo probably didn't do it. The face changer that visited my cell was working for someone else. There's still a mystery here. There's more. Oh, no, that's just a reminder of what we already know. I guess we got it. That's chapter 6, is getting to the master node and try to turn the Omnis back on. The Neo-N supply on Gehenna is running out. Soon we won't have enough to send battleships out into the clusters. We won't have enough to power the Calibans. Since you now have all your memories, you know where the master node is. I know the node's invisible folder is in the Terminus cluster, next to the next closest cluster from here, but since the folder is hidden, before we leave to search for it, I want you to do something. Give the crew their memories back. Remove their inhibitors. I can be different from the old man. Alright, well, maybe we will conclude this series tomorrow. We will find out. I think we've unlocked a Telos Tech battleship, which is the one that I've wanted to play this whole time. It's a very cool, like, quality over quantity version. Void class. At least I hope it's Telos Tech. Let's take a quick look at it. Oh, it's Pirate Tech. Damn it, I want Telos Tech. How come I can't have Telos Tech? Gehenna's Tech is the closest I get. You know, you send them back and they repair faster. But Pirate Tech, they capture stuff faster. More chance to start a fight on advantageous battleground. Can have one more officer. Max Commandos and Expedition is only 8, though. And all your stuff starts patched. But you do have... shop prices are cheaper, and all neutral units are considered as allied. Anyway, yep, we'll be back same time tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern Time. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you then.